Selamat datang and welcome to the Museum of Indonesian Gemstones. Faceted stones sparkle, but great cabochons tell a story. That's our motto here at the museum. Therefore, whenever we have exhibitions abroad, we always call the exhibition Paintings by Angels, the Amazing Gemstones of Indonesia. Some people know that Kalimantan has been a producer of diamonds for hundreds of years. Most people know Indonesia, an archipelago of some 17,000 islands, produces an enormous number of fine South Sea pearls. But very few people know that Indonesia produces remarkable semi-precious stones. This is a complete collection of Indonesian semi-precious stones that we have put together and will be presenting to the First Lady of Indonesia at the end of this month. Very few people know that Indonesia produces world-class opal from Banten and West Java. But it's a very small amount because the mining industry is very primitive. They go down bamboo poles, sometimes as far as 20 meters, and usually barefoot. This is a wonderful example of a semi-black opal. And here you have one of our wonderful pendants made in the Javanese repoussé work. This is an example of the amazing hydrophane opal, which is probably the brightest opal in the world. And this is an example of the very dark opal, which I have given the name Java Black Opal. Perhaps the most interesting of all the Indonesian semi-precious stones is the fossilized coral. Only exists in Indonesia, nowhere else in the world, and is extremely beautiful. These are some examples of the fine quality fossilized coral. As you can see, they come in every color. This one is a remarkable wine red. Here you get a beautiful pale yellow with a sort of blue sky. Here you get pink flowers with one red flower in the middle. This is a beautiful combination of pastel colors. This is all shades of pink. Here you get black flowers, which is very unusual. Red and yellow type is similar to the stone we gave to Michelle Obama when she came to Jakarta. And this is a very modern type of fossilized coral, a modern sort of pattern. And here is a beautiful fossilized coral, which we thought was so incredible, we set it with diamonds and gold. The diamonds are from Kalimantan. This is another very beautiful semi-precious stone from Indonesia. It's called chrysocolla. Chrysocolla exists in a number of countries, but Indonesia has some of the best material. It looks like turquoise, but in fact it's harder and it lasts longer and is a better stone for jewelry. The gem quality chrysocolla, like this, can fetch up to $60 a carat in the wholesale market. But I prefer to use the multicolored or variegated pieces like this with black and green and blue. Here's a bit of red, and this is almost like a scene. These are really what I call paintings by angels. Not only can chrysocolla stones look like beautiful abstract paintings, they can even look like maps. This is a necklace that I created called Blessings Upon the World, which was presented to Michelle Obama by the American Embassy in Jakarta. And this is a necklace which I created, which we call Indonesia, of course. It's the map of Indonesia with a beautiful chrysocolla stone. And this will be presented to the daughter of the first president of Indonesia, Sukarno. This is another wonderful example of chrysocolla. And in fact, for the bangle section, we ground up the stone like the Renaissance painters did in the 15th century. And we made it into an inlay, and this has been inlaid into ebony. Lila, you've been here so many times. Those are earrings you bought here. What is it you like about our jewelry?
You know, it's so original, and I feel it boosts my confidence in high society. That's what it does.
And what do you think about our stones, the Indonesian stones?
They are amazing. There's nowhere in the world where I've seen such things. You know, they're just beautiful manifestation of the power of God in the depths of the earth. That it's full of light, full of landscapes, full of creatures.
Agates can be found in almost every country of the world, and some of them are downright ugly and most are not very interesting. But Indonesia has the most extraordinary agates, which they call panchawarna. Panchawarna is a Sanskrit word meaning 5 colors. Here are some great examples. Here you have a landscape. This we call our Monet garden. This is like an extraordinary sea or even skyscape. And this is an amazing number of very bright colors in one stone. You rarely find this. Here you've got a pendant with a beautiful panchawarna stone. I myself wear a panchawarna stone. I love them because they look like abstract paintings. Moss agate is a rather common stone and exists all over the world. We have moss agate in Indonesia, and we think our material is rather more beautiful than others, but it's still rather common. Here you can see a lovely moss agate stone. But about a year ago, we discovered some moss agate, but the moss was red. This was amazing for me. I had never seen anything like it. There is nothing in the books about this stone, so we've called it rose agate. Indonesia has a lot more amazing stones. One of them is the red druzy jasper. Druzy means when there are natural crystals growing on the surface of a stone. There's druzy stones all over the world, but only Indonesia has this red color. Another unique stone to Indonesia is the sulfur jasper. It really is from sulfur, and you can see the color. These are wonderful stones and also wonderful for carving. It's been a hobby for Indonesians for perhaps more than a century to look for pictures in stones. And here we have some great examples. A chicken. And it really looks like a chicken. You don't have to look too hard to find it. Here is a pair of sunglasses. We call this one Ray-Ban Hollywood. These are some small but charming natural crosses. Can you see the crosses? And this is the word Allah. And this extraordinary stone, which I discovered myself and cut and polished, is the head of a bird. For the Chinese, they love the number 8 because in Mandarin it means good luck or prosperity. And we have stones that have a natural number 8 in them. Amazingly, here is the Singapore Airlines logo, almost exact in a natural stone. And this is, well, I guess it's a phallus. And here is a pendant I created in the Chinese style. And here you can see natural writing. This is not burned or lasered. It's natural writing of the Chinese word feng. Feng means prosperity. Indonesia has a lot of materials used for jewelry making, but they're not in the category of gemstones. The best known, of course, is coral. Coral is not really a stone. It's an organic material like all these things on the table are. This is a red coral bangle carved from one block of coral. This is a pendant which we created from 5 different colors of coral: blue, red, white, orange, and pink. Orange coral, red coral, and even black coral. Aside from coral, we have amber. Recently, amber was discovered in Indonesia, and a very rare type of amber, blue amber, has also been found. And of course, pearls. Pearls are not really gemstones either. And Indonesia is famous for South Sea pearls, in particular, the beautiful golden colored pearl. And here's even a small but beautiful green one. Other materials used are shell, buffalo horn, bone, and the vertebrae of a stingray, which I used for a necklace, combining it with coral. We also used wood. And here's a very extraordinary necklace carved from one block of wood, and there's probably nothing like it in Indonesia. And by the way, my bracelet is the same. It's the blue coral and carved from one block of coral. There are no joins. And this material, which looks like ivory, but it isn't, is from the sword of a swordfish. We also use this material for jewelry.
Rani, saya mau tanya ya, kamu orang Indonesia,
Ya.
ini semua batu Indonesia pernah lihat batu begini atau belum?
Kita orang Indonesia kurang tahu kayak gitu ya, soalnya nggak begitu famous atau terkenal gitu. Makanya saya heran kok bisa di sini bagus-bagus sekali dan ditemukan di Indonesia gitu ya.
On the jewelry side, I'm now working on a collection which I call the sun, the moon, and the stars. All, of course, using Indonesian gemstones. Here I use a beautiful lavender druzy. Here is the rare red druzy that only exists in Indonesia. This is the amethystine agate. Even the moon bangle has a small stone on the side. Here my golden star has a beautiful opal in the middle. My intergalactic necklace has got some wonderful Eye of Solomon stones. The Americans call these bullseye agate. And this is a rather remarkable panchawarna which looks like it has the sun setting. Indonesian gemstones can also be carved. Here are a couple of examples. This is the green jasper carved as frogs. This is a piece of sulfur jasper that has been carved in the shape of a fish with an opal eye and made into a necklace. Indonesian gemstones are not only for making jewelry. Here, we put it on the top of a jewelry box. Here we've taken a slab of fossilized coral with the repoussé plaque of Adam and Eve. We've set it with a frame for interior decoration. And here we thought the stone was so beautiful, we could just set it in a frame also for interior decoration. You've seen some really beautiful things today, and you've seen some gemstones I'm sure you've never seen before. I hope you will come to visit us in the near future.